What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Nana, this time with volume 14, chapter 52. Just going to recap the last one quickly. We had some more interesting stuff here with Komatsu and Takumi, but especially with Yuri and Nobu last week. There was lots of interesting stuff going on there. Especially with Yuri and learning a bit more about her, but we also had this new worker coming and going to be living with Yuri, Miu, and Blast now. Although Blast don't seem to be here too often. Looking forward to seeing more of her. She seems quite nice. We haven't really got to see too much of her personality or anything, but quite reserved. But yeah, looking forward to learning more about her. More stuff with the paparazzi, of course. Unfortunately, they can't show the right things. I love them to be spying on Takumi right now, exposing that situation, but hopefully eventually that might end up being the case. But as I said, some more interesting stuff with Yuri here, Nobu, and Yasu as well, of course. Yasu looking up in the relationship prospect side of things. Yeah, again. Lots of nice Yuri developments right here. We ended off with, of course, Ren and Reira going on a little trip back to Ren's hometown here. Back to the classic spot he had with Osaki, which was nice. Yeah, no idea what to expect today. We'll have a little look on this website at the cover images and such, because they've got colour, and then we'll go over to where I usually read it out for the better translation. So this is where Ren and Osaki used to live, I believe. It's a little rundown place here. I'll read that again in a moment. Okay, this is hella bright right here. Who is this? This is very bright. Nana chapter 52. So who is this? I can't really tell, honestly. Looks like it could be a few characters. Komatsu could be one of the new fans we met, honestly. I'm not really sure who that is. But yeah, let's go over to where I usually read it out for the better translation here. And do let me know what you guys think about these chapters down in the comment section, or this chapter, should I say. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. I think I am changing what day I upload this on. By the time I upload this, it's probably on the new day, but I should be uploading these every Friday from now on, rather than every Monday with Berserk. It will just be on its own on a Friday as a solo upload. But yeah, let's get right into it. It's a town buried in snow half of the year. I thought about the place way up north that Nana talked about, while looking at the snowman mark on the TV weather map. Will I be able to see that landscape someday? That's where Takumi grew up too. That's where Takumi grew up, eh? Might even be harder to tell who this is here. If any of you guys can let me know, that would be appreciated. It's kind of hard with the eyes say so much in Japanese manga and anime. It's kind of hard when they're not like fully open. Ren Honjo Nana Osaki. I think that's Osaki's hand there, isn't it? Kind of unmistakable, but I could be wrong about that. Pretty sure that's Osaki's hand. Ren and the gang. Ren love Mickey. No. Graffiti. I'll be back, Yuko. Oren and Ren. Fruit. Okay. So I've got some graffitis here from the kids. Freak. Hey, he's here. That face makes me want to punch someone. Don't hurt me. this in the past? I think this is in the past for Trap Nest, right? Perhaps. How were we? It was awesome. Yeah, Trap Nest is the best ever. You guys are really cool. Hey, I thought you said we were the best. Wow, damn. Ren, you live here by yourself? So Ren was a part of the group at this point, okay. I think I mentioned in my first reaction to the manga that I did go back and read the chapters covering a bit of Trap Nest and Yasu's past with them at school, forming the band and such. I didn't do it on video, but read that at my own time. Ren, you live here by yourself? I'm so jealous. Total bachelor pad. Raver, you were great tonight too. Want a drink? Thank you, Aruto. Who is this? Aruto. Got some crazy look, hasn't he? He's got about 4 ripped shirts on. They love the ripped shirts in this show, don't they? It kind of looks a bit like, with the window like that, it kind of looks almost a little bit like Nana's old flat. Slightly. Aruto. Don't drink that crap those crazy guys give you. You never know what they might put in it. Seriously. So where's Ren? I don't know. In the bathtub? What? He's taking a bath? Change the CD. For what? The bathtub, eh? It's a place we've seen a few times, the bathtub. Obviously, Nana and Ren used to sleep in the bathtub. We saw Ren in the bathtub. I can't remember what this scenario was, but we saw Reira come in and Ren was just sleeping in the bathtub. And there's Yasu on the floor, not smoking his usual Blackstone cigarettes, smoking some Hope. My dude's smoking Hope. It's quite ironic, isn't it? Smoking Hope. Oh shit. Is this the fan? I think so. I think she's got that same beauty spot. Damn, he's known her for a long time. Blah, come on. Hee. Blah, blah. What's so Shibuya-K about you guys? What a hick down. Shibuya-K. You were great too tonight, Yasu. Reira? Still looks very pretty here, doesn't she? She's got a collar on. You shouldn't hang around in a place like this. Why tack him? You bring it here. Who was that girl? Your girlfriend? Well, for that matter, I am doing what I'm doing in a place like this. Don't really know. Got to do something about that. Why are you sitting there talking to yourself? So really, who was that blonde chick? Your girlfriend? Oh, I didn't realise she was blonde. I expect her to have dark hair. She's a fan from way back. Just a fan? And not your girlfriend? So she was a fan for a long time, this girl. It says way back, even here. Which is kind of crazy, right? Fan from way back. What were you doing way back that you had fans for? I don't have a girlfriend. Isn't there even anyone you have a crush on? What's that? Bourbon. I drink the good stuff on the rocks. Have I ever had bourbon? I'm not really sure I've ever drank bourbon, honestly. Maybe one of the only alcoholic drinks I've never drank. I potentially might have, as I've said, too much about my past. I used to do a lot of drugs and drink a lot of alcohol, so I could have, who knows. I've drunk a lot of stuff I've not known what's in it. I've taken a lot of stuff I've not known what's in it, so who knows. I don't remember it having like a specific taste if I or remember it being like pointed out that it was bourbon if I did, so I don't think I ever have, actually, knowingly. But you're still in high school. Why do you drink hard stuff like that? That's old man stuff. And I was also drinking at a young age. As I've said plenty of times again, I was always the guy that brought the alcohol for parties and such. I get away buying alcohol at like 14, 15, 16, which was handy for everyone. Very, looking back, very, a lot of the time I was getting served by quite young people, so I think they're maybe a bit apprehensive of denying me, perhaps. I wouldn't say I look scary, but I think I always have. I get the impression sometimes that maybe I do look a bit scary, face-wise, which is not a good thing, I don't think. But good thing for a high school teenager trying to buy alcohol. It's cool, man. Whoever sees this either drowns in the sea or becomes my partner in crime. What will it be for you? Partner in crime. Of course. Shake, shake. Ah, Atsi told me not to drink anyone's poison here. Did you slip anything in it, master? I can't imagine bourbon tasting too nice. Again, I don't really know what it is. I kind of maybe it's a bit like a whiskey, but like I don't know. It's high percentage. I'm pretty sure. Nope, but it is an aphrodisiac. Oh, really? An aphrodisiac? I think that's like you get a lot of like aphrodisiac chocolate that makes you feel a bit more sexual, I think. They were blasting Nirvana on the radio. In the spring of that year, Kurt, who I loved, died unexpectedly. And my first love didn't bite, no matter how much I chased him. So I just wallowed in my misery. Drinking bourbon by yourself. But then I realised I had a reason to be happy. I vowed to honour and cherish it. But in the end, I lost that too. Why don't people stick around? But moving on allows us to progress in life. Hey Ren, when did you first kiss a girl? Kindergarten? And he's out. When did I first kiss a girl? I don't know. I get kind of confused with two moments, honestly. One was a really cute moment of I remember being in my local city and some like fair going on, and we just happened to come by these girls, and we had a pretty good time. Just like we were like 13 or 14, I think, and they were nice girls, and we just had a pretty good time together. No drinking or anything, just chilling, just as kids. That was when I wasn't really drinking or doing anything like that. I think I was smoking at that time, but nothing other than that. And we got along really well, and I was like carrying her on my shoulders and stuff, and yeah, we just got along really well. Still probably the most beautiful girlfriend I've had, most beautiful person I've got with, I'd say. And yeah, we just ended up kissing and really getting along really well, but didn't really, we spoke to each other for a long time, but it didn't really go anywhere major. We were boyfriend and girlfriend for a little bit, but yeah, that's the one I've mentioned a few times about being a bit possessive about. And as I said, I was young. I was like 13 or 14 at that time, but it was either that or a moment. I think that was my first like peck kiss, my first like real kind of tongue action kiss. I think it was at this party, and I was again like 13 or 14. I think the girl was in the year above me, and she just broke up with her boyfriend. And yeah, she just like sat on my lap during the party for whatever reason, and then we just end up getting off, and then she wanted to give me a BJ, and I denied it because that was my first time even like. Well, I didn't even really deny it. I just didn't know how to react or do anything about it. So yeah, I just kind of just sat there, and then I think she ended up getting off with like another guy or two or something, and giving them blowjobs or something like that. And yeah, she was on a crazy kind of come down from her boyfriend right there, getting with like 3 people in the same night and whatever. That was the first time I ever kind of really kissed someone, I guess you could say. And it wasn't fantastic. It wasn't fantastic. Not something I look back on and I'm proud of or whatever. In fact, a little bit embarrassing. Oh shit, what have I pressed here? Oh, one of those full page adverts. But I think a lot of people will probably have pretty embarrassing stories. I mentioned the story, I think, before about my first hug. My first girlfriend I had in primary school, she came around my house because we were going to the cinema to watch Bolt, which was not a good movie. I didn't even like it as a kid. So I probably wouldn't like it nowadays either. But we went and watched Bolt. And before that, we were just sitting in my room, just sitting there kind of silently, just like on my bed. And then I just hugged her, and it was so awkward. I probably thought I was gonna kiss her or something, but I just went in and hugged her. Have you seen that that date where I don't know if it's like a show or whatever, but there's that, like, I think he's an Indian or kind of darker skinned man, and he goes up to this woman, and it looks like he's going in for a kiss, and I think it's all about like kissing and like first meetings and such, and then he just hugs her, and it's just like super fucking awkward. I'll try and get it up. This guy, look, you type in awkward hug video and it's the first thing that comes up. I'm not sure if I get copyrighted or whatever for this, but it reminds me a little bit of this. See, so it looks like, yeah, she's talking about him being a kisser. Look, she's looking forward to him being a really great kisser. So I think it's like a first meeting, see how the first kiss goes type of show. I don't really know what this is, but you guys know this video. It reminds me of this. Like, we were just sitting on my bed, and I just went in, looked like I was probably going to kiss her, and just ended up hugging her. And it was just silence after that as well. It was just really awkward. I didn't really know what to do. The embarrassment right there, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it reminds me of that, honestly. It was quite cute looking back. I like that memory. I don't know what it was like. I wasn't even really like too into girls or anything at that time. I just asked if she'd be my girlfriend. She said yes. It was a weird time. Weird time. But enough about that. enough reminiscing. Layla. It's snowing. We had the day off and went to Ren's hometown. We're drinking all night at Ren's place here. This place brings back so many old memories. Please forgive me for setting you aside for a second talking about my old flames. I went out with my first boyfriend when I was the same age as you are now. My smokes are all gone. I'm gonna die. Again, the irony. The irony. Wait, where's Ginpei? He went back to his room. Are you leaving too? I'm just going to buy some cigarettes. Good boy. It looks like I'll be up drinking all night too at Nana's. Tell Ren that when he's not around, Nana gets lonely and drives me crazy. Hey, where's Ginpei? Hey, I just told you he went back to his room. It doesn't make me jealous when you talk about your past. All those people and experiences helped form who you are today. It's very grown up of thing to say. Honestly, again at this age and what I was talking about there, at that point, I probably would have been jealous, and yeah, probably would have resented it a little bit, like knowing the past, like relationship history. As I've said plenty of times, like I've always had some investment of who like a girl's dated in the past. If she's dated one of my friends or ever like had a long relationship with one of my friends or something like that, I've always kind of held it against them a little bit. Well, maybe I shouldn't have. I think that detrimented me, because that would come up, not just my friends, but like people I knew. That would get in the way of a lot of my potential relationships looking back. Hey, it's Yuri Kosaka. Loving those thighs. You know what? I've got a bit of a weird fetish. I don't know if I mentioned this. It's not that weird, but I do like a woman's legs to be nice. It sounds strange, but I like women that work out. I like women that don't work out as well. Sometimes women that don't work out legs look really nice, and I like women that work out's legs as well because they always look good as well. But there's just something about, like, I think it's one of those things where I think I mentioned this maybe last week about you having value in something that you appreciate about yourself and someone else, like something you want. And I like to work out. I haven't got the biggest upper body or anything. I'm decently kind of I got a good like body. Well, I used to I used to have a good body fat percentage and such. I'm not sure nowadays because I do snack a lot, but I'm decently well built up top. But leg wise and such, have always been very like big and such. So maybe it comes from that. I've always wanted a woman who has that kind of same thing I like about myself about them. I think a lot of people think that way. It's like like-minded people, but in a kind of more visible aesthetic sense. Again, probably maybe seen as weird, but that is an area I do like about a woman. And sometimes it's a bit of a turn-off if I don't like how their legs look. I remember there was one girl who was really pretty who didn't have nice legs when I was in high school, and I didn't end up going for that because of that reason, which again might sound very stupid to a lot of people, but that's just how it was. This is just cringe though, right here. Thighs are okay. I don't mind too much about the thighs. Thighs seem to be a big one for a lot of people, but honestly, the thighs are okay. I don't mind the thighs. I'm okay with bigger thighs. It's more so the whole kind of thing. I can understand how you might take that as like from a different kind of person. That might sound a bit serial killer-esque. Sometimes things sound like that, don't they? It depends on who says them. If you've got like a charming, I'm not saying I'm like a charming celebrity or whatever, but I'm a normal person. If like a charming celebrity says something like questionable, like "oh, I love women's feet," next to like a criminal, for example, they're obviously going to sound very different. And again, I'm not comparing myself to a charming celebrity. It's just a normal person versus like a freaky guy or something. I can understand again though how it might sound a bit strange. She should just stick to prawn. She works hard, but when you watch TV all day, you keep seeing people you know. This is pretty cool. Everyone works too hard. Me too. How do you know her? I just met her at the birthday party over the other night. Didn't you see her there? Sheila. Don't know. Don't care. I know you saw her. This is such a typical reaction from a woman. Guys too. I've been like that before. Can't lie to you guys. I've been like that before, but I've seen this reaction out of a lot of women. I know you saw her. You freaked out when you saw her and Nobu making out. Probably not a good thing now. I know this expression that well. It's probably not a good thing. There's a lot about how things go in my romantic life. To be honest with you, I don't really have a romantic life nowadays. That sounds a bit sad, but just me. And I don't mind that. I'm quite good at being by myself, honestly. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like fully isolated or anything in that respect. Like it sounds worse than it is, 100%. But I value my own time quite a bit. I like alone time. So it's not like I'm out there kind of searching for a relationship or anything either. If it comes up, happy days. But honestly, there's not too many situations I get into where that kind of would, because I don't really go out drinking or partying or anything nowadays. As I said, I had a bit of a history of that stuff, so I just just don't really like doing it all too much. It freaks me out too. That's why I get a lot of enjoyment out of romance anime and manga like Nana and such. This is my filler drama right here. This is enough for me. My feelings about Takumi and him being a bastard and stuff like that is enough for me about these fake people. It freaks me out too when I think about Yuri doing it with Nobu. Jealous. They should let me in on it too. Why can't Takumi talk about Nobu so casually? Is he trying to be mean? Oh, but then we wouldn't be able to tell whose baby it was again. Maybe we should all live together, happily ever after. Takumi, It's not funny. Don't talk about it like that. He is being rather crude about that, isn't he? Actually, I wasn't kidding. I want to do it with Yuri. Shut up. The baby might hear you. Don't corrupt it. As if it would understand, even if it could hear me. Well, I don't want you talking about Nobu either. I just want to forget about him. Alright then. So even if Sachika grows up to look more and more like Nobu every day, we should just walk around eggshells going, oh, how cute, and not ever talk about it? That'd be weird. I don't want that. Then we have to be able to make fun of it and acknowledge the situation. I mean, acknowledge it is one thing, making fun of it is a bit of another thing, honestly. Well, no matter what Nobu does or doesn't have to do with it, you and I can't erase our past together. So you have to accept the facts. It's fact. I just think you're... Wait a minute. Daddy actually said something meaningful for a change. Say it again. Huh? Daddy? You mean me? And I quote, accept the facts as fact. Let's make that our new motto. No, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, it is. I hate the fact you called him Daddy right here. Oh, cringe. Facts usually get twisted around cause of assumptions, agendas, attitudes, and whatnot. Alright, so you do get it. I was just saying you're more like that than anyone else I know. Yep. But you're very objective and detached about things, almost too much. You're so harsh. Yeah, it's quite funny how that does work, isn't it? It's got two complete opposite ends of the spectrum here, in that regard. Although, as I've been saying, Matsu's been kind of ever closing into the centre and being balanced in that respect. Like, I might think that this face cream I'm using thins out my face, but you look at me and say my face is still round. It's cruel because I broke the bank for this stuff. It doesn't matter who looks at you, your face is round. You know, I've always thought about like cosmetics, the cosmetic industry. I know a little bit about business. I did study business. I didn't study any of what I'm about to speak about, but repeat business is the best type of business. You see it with Apple and their batteries and their chargers and their cords and such. They're all built to break. I bet Apple hated making those. Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe they can still break. I haven't tried the Apple AirPods, but I bet they hated the fact they had to go from wired to wireless because it means that there was no wires to break with the headphones. But again, you see it with Apple. Products are built to not last. You expect like to buy products built to last, like you think that would be like the way it's done, but no. Again, you see it with Apple and why they're successful. They're built to break, so you buy more of their product and repeat business and such. Repeat business is the biggest kind of income for a lot of businesses. So I think like with the beauty industry and like I'm thinking about like anti-dandruff shampoo and moisturizers that get rid of spots and stuff like and like blackheads kind of like wiper offers and stuff like that. I feel like it's almost actually doing the opposite. Like it's so hard to prove that those things work. They say they do, and they're always going to say they do, and there might be proof that they do eventually. But I feel like again with those things, it actually it would be logical for the business to make them not work and to actually make the situation worse, so they buy more of your product. You'd think that they'd buy more if it worked, but if it worked, you wouldn't be buying anymore. It'd be a successful product, but it would be less profitable. So I almost feel like again with stuff like this, it's actually built to make you worse. Maybe worse kind of after a short period. Maybe it's like built to make you more ugly or give you more dandruff for a few weeks, so you buy more, and then eventually it does end up working, so you are satisfied in the end. But so you do get that kind of more repeat purchase, perhaps. Again, could be talking absolute nonsense there, but I feel like that's how a lot of businesses kind of think, and like if you were told to think like the enemy, that's how I'd be thinking. If I was to make a business, that'd be got to be a bit of a scumbag. So that'd be the first thing I'd do. I'd think of something where we've got to make it break. We've got to make them be able to purchase it many times. And yeah. probably do something like that. I wouldn't ever go into the business world or anything. I don't think that's just not a world for me, I don't believe. It doesn't matter who looks at your face. Looks at you. Your face is round. Now I totally get it. I always thought he was weird, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I get it. So that's why Takumi seems meaner than most other people. The facts. But Takumi isn't really mean. And he just accepts me just as I am. Well, no matter who the father is, you're still the mother. So try to be strong, alright? I feel secure with Takumi, because he can make objective decisions. That's another thing I've been looking at recently. Well, I haven't really been looking at it, but it's been popping up recently about women that want divorces and are divorced and such. It seems to be a common occurrence where they don't feel secure and safe with their partner. In some sense, financially, physically. Seems to be a lot of the time that's like a major issue. So you can understand why Takumi is such a pull, that he makes her feel so secure and that he can make decisions like this. I'm honestly pretty bad at making decisions. Probably would be a pretty bad husband right now anyway. I'm very strong. I'm very strong in my, when I come to a decision, I'm very strong in either enforcing it or kind of sticking to it. And I'm a very stubborn person in a lot of cases, but I do initially struggle with making decisions a lot of the time. I say to you guys, I like being on the fence. I like thinking from two different points of view and why this is a good decision or a bad decision, whatever. So I do usually struggle and go between decisions quite a bit, especially if it is difficult. But like I said, when I do come to one, it is the case if I do try and follow that through wholeheartedly. Maybe a bit stupidly in some past situations I've been in before. That's why what Takumi says never wavers. He probably understands more than anyone that people's feelings change easily. That what you see is a house of cards. That nothing's sure and nothing lasts forever. It's still not going to make me like the guy, no matter what this show does. No matter what's written in this manga, I'm not sure Takumi will ever be redeemed for me. Don't get me wrong, I know he's a good character. I just don't like him. Never will. It's one of those guy things. Although a lot of the times with stuff like that, especially from experience I've had of not liking people, well, I know a lot more about Takumi, of course, but like not liking someone initially, but actually getting to know them, actually being a good guy and stuff like that is actually quite a commonality. But like I said, I feel like that's not going to be the case with Takumi. We already know a lot about the guy. He's shown his true colours plenty of times. We know how he is. We know his antics. We know he's a cheating rat bastard. And I won't ever like the guy. I'm pretty sure I can say that certainly. 2202. Sniff, sniff. Sob. What is that? $2:41 AM. Okay. Late. It's broken. Why do I always break everything? Stupid. It's quite amazing that she can break a phone in this era. We saw the battery come out. Phones in this era are almost indestructible. Ding dong. Nobu. Just try and think about it, Nobu. Why Hachi ended up choosing Takumi. Hello, sweetheart. You put all this on just now? Jesus. I say all this, just some bunny ears. The more I do see of Yuri, the more I do like her, to be fair. I was very apprehensive at the start, I think understandably so. I think a lot of men would be. feel like a lot of women would be as well. I imagine as a woman, she's probably quite intimidating to have around. Not in the usual intimidating way, but in like, yeah. What kind of joint is this? What kind do you want it to be? Image club? Bathhouse? Striptease? Or an S&M club? Never been to a club like that. Been in a strip club a couple times. Never done anything in one of them though. Not worth it. Not worth it. I think you got to spend like hundreds of pounds, and fuck that. Absolutely fuck that. I don't want that. Nana is all the dominatrix I need in my life. How many times do I have to say it? And just be mean to me. You have booze breath. Were you just drinking here alone? Well, if you'd gotten here earlier, I should ask what you were doing. What you were doing. You better stay away from the other girls, or I'll be giving you an enema. Luckily, never had to do one of those as well. My friend did, and said it was not nice. Luckily, I've never really had any kind of issues. Never really had any too kind of big issues, honestly. Again, I didn't used to look after myself when I've said before. Didn't used to brush my teeth out or anything, so I had a few teeth problems, but other than that, other than like food fillings and things like that, I haven't really had any. I haven't really ever had to go to the hospital or anything. I did when I done my nose in, as you can obviously tell, but that wasn't anything major. So I've never really had anything serious, and hopefully that continues. I've been quite lucky with that, honestly. It's okay. It's okay where I live though in the UK. It's all free. Although I say it's free, I think you've got to wait a long time now, especially nowadays. You've got to wait a long time to get yourself sorted out by the doctor. It is free, so that's good. In America, it does cost a lot of money. Cost a lot of money. I was just thinking about what's up with this room. I got us a deluxe suite. Why are you blowing cash at a time like this? Yep. Remember last chapter we heard about her contract situation, so not good to hear. You're nuts, man. How are you going to save up and quit your job like this? Oh shit, the penny's dropped. Hey, I'm sorry for being incommunicado for a whole week. I had no idea you were trying to quit your job. I actually thought you were really into it. Where have you been? At a hotel in Tokyo. Oh, but a cheap one. I'm only living at large today. Special delivery just for you. You don't have to do that. Oh, but I'm happy you came here to see me. I really missed you. These guys always getting raunchy on us, aren't they? We look down and they'll be having sex. I do like these two though. I think they actually do make a pretty good couple, honestly. Quite a I think young is a good word to describe this couple. A young couple. Obviously they're young people, but in terms of like they're both kind of inexperienced is definitely not the right word. Nobuo is, I guess, a little bit inexperienced, but they're both naive. Both seem quite naive, especially maybe not so much nowadays with Nobu, but he was very naive, and Yuri definitely seems quite naive, judging from her whole contract situation and such. I do like these two actually. Asami. So Mew's coming here. Do you know what? This song really is like the perfect timing for this scene. So Mew's coming here to pick you up in the morning. So please go back to the dorms with her, since I can't take you back while I'm on tour. You told her I'm here? Yeah, but I didn't tell the agency. It's better you go back on your own and apologise instead of making them hunt you down. It's alright, Mew will be with you. So why Mew? Are you hooking up with her? No, it's because I don't know any other friends of yours. And also Mew. Just slapped him. Yeah, just say slap. The huge letters right there. Oh shit. Didn't spot that. Mew's just Shikai's little pet kitty. She's not my friend. Don't get up in my business when I didn't ask you to. He's just looking out for your best intentions. He's just looking out for your best intentions here. I can understand why she'd be pissed though. Shit. Ow. God. So what are you going to do? You think you can just do whatever you want? You got your big advance from Shikai, and you've already blown it all. 20 million yen! Which is a lot of yen, I believe. I think that... Do you know what I'm going to guess? I'm going to guess £40,000. I think I googled this last week, but it's been a week, so... I'm pretty sure I was pretty close last week as well. No, that was dollars to pounds. I was pretty close in last week. So what did I guess? £40,000. What was it? 20 million. Oh, that's a lot more. It's a lot more than I guessed. 100,000. I said 40. I think I was closer last week actually. I was spot on with the pounds to US dollars though. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money she spent there. 100 grand just like that. Jesus. Especially like 100 grand was more in these days as well. It's a lot more than it is today. Not that much more, but still more. So now you owe them 6 more months of work. That's what your contract says. I know. Then just fulfill that contract. Don't just run away. You're making it harder than it has to be. But from her point of view, like, what I'm thinking here is, why wouldn't she want to run away, considering she just found a man she's liked? Why wouldn't she want to get away from that business? I know a lot of prawn stars do partake in participating in their work still and having partner, marriage, whatever it is. I know that's quite a common thing, but I also think it might be a common thing of women finding a man and getting out of that industry. So you really don't mind me working in the prawn biz? That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. That's it. Get out. I said get out. What's going to be solved by your kicking me out here? Are you going to break up with me and still go back to work? If you're going back to work, don't you think it would be better if we stayed together? I can't fix this for you. It really frustrates me that I can't do anything about this. But I can be there and help Yuri Kosaka do her best for the next 6 months. I love that from you, Nobu. I love that. After that, I'll do my best to support you. Asami. Good work, Nobu. I love this. Love that from you. And yeah, it's nice. She's grasped his hand as well. Nice. So I need you to do your best too. Love that. Love that. Again, seeing a bit more maturity from Nobu here as well. Again, we had that whole segment about him not being able to solve other people's problems and be naive in that respect last week, of course. Ring Yasu. Oh, a little smile on her face there. Hello, Mew. Sorry for calling so late. There's something I want to talk to you about. I heard about Yuri. Nobu just called me a little while ago. Really? What'd he say? He'd talked Yuri into going back to work and asked me to go pick her up at the hotel. What do you think about that? Well, I was afraid that if Nobu wouldn't do it, I was going to have to talk to Yuri, so that's good. I know, you're right. But why do I have to go all the way up to Kyushu? I was calling to ask you to come here. I'd feel a lot better if you were here for this, Mew. Okay, I'll take the first flight in the morning, so I'll get to the hotel around 9 o'clock. Good. Just come up when you get here. To Yuri's room? Room 2202? No, to mine. You have to drop by if you're coming all this way. I'm in room 2315. We're checking out of the hotel at 10. I'm sure Yuri will be with Nobu until then. So let's have breakfast together. I'll have it all ready. Would you take anything from this? The characters, this is maybe seems so silly, but the characters for Yasu's room are written larger than anything else on the page. I personally maybe see something in that, but maybe I'm talking rubbish. It's only slightly bigger. You? Are you listening? Huh? Yeah. Room 311. Fucking hell. Room 2315. I always get a bit caught up because I'm always trying to think of again 2315. I think it is said when you're talking about like rooms like that 2315, isn't it? I don't think you say room number 300. Well, you probably would say it for 3 digits, room 315, for example. But I don't think you'd say room 2315. I think you would say. I think it's normal to say room 2315. But I just get a bit caught up in that. So don't eat breakfast before, all right? Boom, and off she goes on plain Anna. Of course. Hotel Fukuoka, where we're staying. Click. Oh, is that one of the fans right there? Oh, it's a couple of them. Hey, who are you inviting to the thank you party? I was interested to see these two perhaps interact. This could be an issue. The old school fan of Yasu, which is still a big mystery, and Mew, the new potential love interest. Most of their regulars probably won't come by. The band probably doesn't realise it, but they lost most of their old fans after signing to a major label. Really? And because of the way they debuted, it was like if it sells, anything goes. The leader of the band knows that. Interesting. That's a bit of a big shame, honestly, isn't it? Losing a lot of your hardcore original fans like that. The trade-off you make. There's a trade-off almost everyone would accept. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Obviously, Misato probably not part of that. Although we haven't seen her for a while. Who knows? She might have quit being a super fan, although I doubt it. Like I say every week, still super excited to get more into that whole Misato Osaki's sister whole fucking debacle, because that's going to be big, whatever that situation is. They don't need their hometown fans. We'll make up a list of die-hard fans who love Blast now. Break. Good morning. Oh, she looked pissed. Positively pissed right here. She didn't even pick up anything with her fork. Oh crap. What? What are you staring at? It's just kind of weird. What is? eating breakfast, just the two of us in my hotel room. This is, did you not think it was weird when you came up with this, Yasu? I definitely seem not normal to me. Oh, apologies. You're the one who invited me. I know, but don't things seem out of order? What order? Like the dessert suddenly came out first. Maybe breakfast seems more like the end of a day rather than the beginning. The end of a long day for people who spent the night together. Interesting. A new day begins after that. Maybe. People have coffee after an all-nighter. Totally. That's why it feels weird, because nothing led up to it. But that's alright. Yasu! Yasu! Hey, keep it down, and we'll get more complaints. I need a hangover cure. Got anything? Well, the thing for that, Osaki, is not drinking in the fucking first place. What you want for that? Yeah, you're like a kid. Good morning, Nana. Are you alright? What have you just been hit by here, Osaki? We know they've got a bit of something, don't we, Osaki and Yasu? So this reaction is very interesting right here. Jesus. Holy shit. Don't worry, she's fine. This happens every day. It's cool. She drinks that much every night? That can't be good. And yep. Slammed the door and ran out. What was that about? You can't be doing that. You can't be pissed that he's got a potential love interest. You can't be pissed at that. You're not allowed to be. You're not allowed to be, in my opinion, considering what Yasu's done for Ren and Osaki. Now what happened? You probably misunderstood. What, you didn't tell her I was coming? No, sorry. It all happened so fast. I haven't even had a chance to tell her that Yuri was missing. Then I'll go and explain. What's her room number? It's alright, I'll talk to her later. I'm sure Ginpei has medicine too. It's not alright. She's probably shocked. Yasu, you're like a tranquilizer to Nana. Oh, she already knows that she can't rely on me. When Ren's with Nana, she doesn't get that crazy, so it's alright. Besides, I want to be able to eat breakfast with someone without worrying about Nana. Please, join me. But having dessert all of a sudden with me, what's the point? Let's have a drink together when I get back to Tokyo. I'll bring something back from the road. What do you like? Jun Maishu Sake. Or bourbon. Oh, she's another bourbon enjoyer, huh? Okay. You and I will get along just fine. Is it fate? Crazy quail. Bourbon. Damn, Raver just slept there like that? Ah. Can't imagine that'd be nice to wake up like probably all crooked. Rayra, what are you doing? You shouldn't be drinking. Are you crazy? You were just having one drink. So we're now back in the backstory. She was just having one drink. You're the one who brought her here anyway. She just followed me here. Don't get her drunk, Baldy. You're so mean. God, I hate Takumi. He makes everyone do what he wants. He really, really sucks. Really. Hang out with me. I wonder when it stops snowing. It was snowing so much, but now the moon's out. It's a full moon. It's already 4 AM? Uh-oh. Another all-nighter for me. Another? This isn't good. I don't mind, again, what me and my friend used to do. We used to go out, get back at like 3:30 AM, 4 AM after drinking all night. And then we smoked a shitload of weed. I'm not sure what it is, but something about smoking a ton of weed after a night of drinking just messes you up massively. And we used to love doing that. Used to mess you up massively. I haven't done that in a long time. That's something to do about that. If you think it's bad, then don't do it. You're right, especially now that I'm with you. Are you for reals? Are you just making fun of me? Why would I joke about something like that? I'm not like Takumi. Yeah, but... Oh, I know why. Because I can't look you in the eye. Take those shades off. Can you even see what those things are? Good fucking point. It's 3 AM, 4 AM, and this dude still casually just walking home with shades on, like he can see things. Surely he's blinded in the darkness with shades on. Although it was a full moon, so it's probably not that dark. It's probably actually quite light right now, but even so, I've got a good point there, have I not? It's dark out here. Sometimes you see better when you can't see. Okay. So, sometimes you can see when you're not able to see, is what you're telling me. Yasu really is just like, he is smooth with everything he says, isn't he? He was smooth about what he said a minute ago, Reira just talking to him instead of Takumi about bullshit like this. He can say absolutely anything and get away with it. Huh? What? Maybe not. Close your eyes and you'll see. All your other senses get stronger when you can't see. Like here right now, you can only hear the sound of waves and feel the crisp dawn air. You sense that completely. You're right. Oh shit, the glasses came off. Funny enough, the glasses came off and he closed his eyes for a kiss. Interesting. Such a smooth bastard. You'd love to have Yasu's Riz, wouldn't you? Yasu is just like a perfect guy though, honestly. If you were a woman, I think he'd be a perfect man. He's just like, he's smart, he's understanding, he's emotional, he's good at dealing with people, he sorts out Nana. He's just a calming presence. He's just got everything you'd want in a husband, I think. Bit jealous of Yasu myself. Hey Nana. He hasn't got hair, but that doesn't mean anything. Still good looking as well without any hair. And I think that just shows even more just how awesome a guy he is. Hey Takumi, where's Reira? Why would I know? Yasu just took Reira home. Really? Damn, that baldy. People's feelings. Hey Nana, people's feelings change easily. What you see is a house of cards. Nothing's sure, and nothing lasts forever. Little bubble of love right there. That might just be the moon. Could just be the moon. Must be cold for Yasu without any hair on the top of his head like that, and weather like this. But even when the moon looks like it's waning, it's actually always there, never changing shape. Don't ever forget that. Yeah. It's always there. It's always hidden behind the clouds or in the darkness. But that shape is always there, always impacting. Interesting. Okay. Really good chapter today, wasn't it? As usual. Or when they say goodbye to each other. So that's a very, very fitting shot for what we've seen in today's chapter, isn't it? But I'm way cooler. What? How? I think this is the start to the next one. Yeah, it is. Okay, again, interesting chapter today. Really love the Nobu Yuri stuff. I thought that was brilliant. I love seeing Nobu again, a bit more mature here, making good decisions, and making good decisions and not trying to make decisions for someone else and not getting too involved and such. Again, really couldn't care less for Takumi. Not deserving of whatever we see him get from Komatsu. But again, love this Nobuo Yuri stuff right here. Loved seeing Miu as well, and perhaps a little breakfast date of sorts with Yasu. Well, this was great. Again, very interesting reaction from Osaki, who I think it's well within her character to maybe feel like she. It's well within her character to feel like this. Even about, I think they spoke about it with the moon thing earlier. That feelings like in the back of her, like a hidden moon behind clouds. Those feelings for Yasu popping up here and getting pissed seeing him with another woman. I think that's well within her character from what we're seeing. And she has absolutely no right to feel like that, but she still does. So yeah, is what it is, I guess. But again, nice little looks at some of the backstory yet again. But seeing this party, Takumi, Yasu, Reira, Naoki, whose name I've now remembered. Seeing them little party together, which was cool. Ren, of course, as well. I didn't mention him already. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff. Looking forward to seeing what next time. Do let me know what you guys did think about these chapters, though, or this chapter, should I say? It always feels like because I read Berserk before this, and Berserk, 2 chapters of Berserk is actually less time than 1 chapter of this, so I always feel like it's more chapters than 1. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this chapter down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll be back next week with episode 53, so I'll see you guys then, and enjoy the rest of your day.